What I like about the 3-speed Sturming Archer gears and the flat tires is that it's not very agile, it's not very robust. But boy oh boy, does it shift hard.
Hello, we're Wulf Gas. Unfortunately, we sound like this. Yeah, I don't need a mic stand. This is a song about...
I've got some echo. This is like black metal now. Oh yeah, there you go.
Come on.
Okay. Thanks for coming out to the 10-year Wulf Gas anniversary weekend. Yeah, big ups. Thanks Shonk HQ for having me. Yeah, one more I think.
Now you come back now. Hey. Go on, boy. Where's he going?
Okay. How's that, Jake? You happy? You happy?
Hello everyone, hi. This is a story from 1950. There Will Come Soft Rains by Ray Bradbury. In the living room, the voice clock sang. Tick-tock, 7 o'clock, time to get up, 7 o'clock. As if it were unafraid that nobody would. The morning house lay empty. The clock ticked on, repeating and repeating its sounds into the emptiness. 7-9, breakfast time, 7-9. In the kitchen, the breakfast stove gave a hissing sigh and ejected from its warm interior 8 pieces of perfectly brown toast, 8 eggs sunny side up, 16 slices of bacon, 2 coffees, and 2 cool glasses of milk. Today is August 4th, 2026, said a second voice from the kitchen ceiling in the city of Allendale, California. It repeated the date 3 times for memory's sake. Today is Mr. Featherstone's birthday. Today is the anniversary of Tilliter's marriage. Insurance is payable, as are the water, gas, and light bills. Somewhere in the walls, relays clicked, memory tapes glided under electronic eyes. 8-1, tick-tock, 8-1 o'clock, off to school, off to work, run, 8-1. But no doors slammed, no carpets took the soft tread of rubber heels. It was raining outside. The weather box on the front door sang quietly, "Rain, rain, go away, umbrellas, raincoats for today." And the rain tapped on the empty house, echoing. Outside, the garage chimed and lifted its door to reveal the waiting car. After a long wait, the door swung down again. At 8:30, the eggs were shriveled and the toast was like stone. An aluminum wedge scraped them into the sink, where hot water whirled them down a metal throat, which digested and flushed them away to the distant sea. The dirty dishes were dropped into a hot washer and emerged twinkling dry. 9:15 sang the clock, time to clean. Out of warrens in the wall, tiny robot mice darted. The rooms were a-crawl with the small cleaning animals, all rubber and metal. They thudded against chairs, whirling their mustache runners, kneading the rug nap, sucking gently at hidden dust. Then, like mysterious invaders, they popped into their burrows, their pink electric eyes faded, their house was clean. 10 o'clock, the sun came out from behind the rain. The house stood alone in a city of rubble and ashes. This was the one house left standing. At night, the ruined city gave off a radioactive glow which could be seen for miles. 10:15, the garden sprinklers whirled up in golden fonts, filling the soft morning air with scatterings of brightness. The water pelted window panes, running down the charred west side where the house had been burned, every evenly free of its white paint. The entire west face of the house was black, save for 5 places. Here, the silhouette in paint of a man mowing a lawn. Here, in a photograph, a woman bent to pick flowers. Still farther over, the images burned on wood in one titanic instant. A small boy, hands flung in the air. Higher up, the images of a thrown ball, and opposite him, a girl, hands raised to catch a ball which never came down. The 5 spots of paint, the man, the woman, the children, the ball, remained. The rest was a thin charcoal glare. The gentle sprinkler rain filled the garden with falling light. Until this day, how well the house had kept its peace, how carefully it had inquired, "Who goes there? What's the password?" and getting no answer from lonely foxes and whining cats. It had shut up its windows and drawn shades into an old maidly preoccupation with self-protection which bordered on mechanical paranoia. It quivered at each sound, the house did. If a sparrow brushed the window, the shade snapped up, the bird, startled, flew off. Not even a bird must touch this house. 12 noon. A dog whined, shivering, on the front porch. The front porch recognized the dog's voice, and opened. The dog, once huge and fleshy, but now gone to bone and covered with sores, moved in and through the house, tracking mud. Behind it whirred angry mice, angry at having to pick up mud, angry at inconvenience. For not a leaf fragment blew under the door, but what the wall panels flipped open and copper scrap rats flashed swiftly out. The offending dust, hair, or paper, seized in miniature steel jaws, was raced back to the burrows. There, down tubes which fed into the cellar, it was dropped into the sighing vent of an incinerator which sat like evil Baal in a dark corner. The dog ran upstairs, hysterically yelping at the door, at least realizing as the house realized that only silence was there. It sniffed the air and scratched the kitchen door. Behind the door, the stove was making pancakes, which filled the house with a rich baked odour and the scent of maple syrup. The dog frothed at the mouth, lying at the door, sniffing, its eyes turned to fire. It ran wildly, in circles, biting at its tail, spun in a frenzy, and died. It lay in the parlour for an hour. 2 o'clock, sang a voice. Delicately, sensing decay at last, the regiments of mice hummed out as softly as blown grey leaves in an electronic wind. 2:15. The dog was gone. In the cellar, the incinerator glowed suddenly and a whirl of sparks leapt up the chimney. 2:35. Bridge tables sprouted from patio walls, playing cards fluttered onto pads in a shower of pips. Martinis manifested on an oaken bench with egg salad sandwiches. Music played, but the tables were silent and the cards untouched. 4 o'clock, the tables folded like great butterflies back through the panelled walls. 4:30, the nursery walls glowed. Animals took shape, yellow giraffes, blue lions, pink antelopes, lilac panthers, cavorting in crystal substance. The walls were glass. They looked out upon colour and fantasy. Hidden films cloaked through well-oiled sprockets, and the walls lived. The nursery floor was woven to resemble a crisp cereal meadow. And over this ran aluminium roaches and iron crickets, and in the hot still air, butterflies of delicate red tissue wavered among the shape aroma of animal spores. There was the sound like a great matted yellow hive of bees within a dark bellows, the lazily bumble of a purring lion. And there was the patter of okapi feet and the murmur of a fresh jungle rain. Like other hooves falling upon the summer starch grass, now the walls dissolved into distance of parched grass, mile on mile, and warm, endless sky. The animals drew away into form breaks and waterholes. It was the children's hour. 5 o'clock, the bath filled with clear, hot water. 6, 7, 8 o'clock, the dinner dishes manipulated like magic tricks, and in the study a click. In the metal stand opposite the hearth, where a fire now blazed up warmly, a cigar popped up, half an inch of soft grey ash on it, smoking, waiting. 9 o'clock, the beds warmed their hidden circuits, for nights were cool here. 9:05, a voice spoke from the study ceiling. Mrs. McLennan, which poem would you like this evening? The house was silent. The voice said, since you express no preference, I shall select a poem at random. Quiet music rose to back the voice. Sarah Teasdale, as I recall, your favourite. There will come soft rains and the smell of the ground and the swallows circling with their shimmering sound, and the frogs in the pool singing at night, and the wild plum trees in tremulous white. Robins will wear their feathery fire, whistling their whims on a low fence wire. And not one will know of the war, not one will care, at least when it's done. No one would mind, neither bird nor tree, if mankind perished utterly. Spring herself, when she woke at dawn, would scarcely know that we were gone. The fire burned on the stone hearth, and the cigar fell away into a mound of quiet ash on its tray. The empty chairs faced each other, and between silent walls the music played. 10 o'clock, the house began to die. The wind blew. A falling tree bough crashed through the kitchen window. Cleaning solvent bottles shattered over the stove. The room was ablaze in an instant. Fire! Screamed a voice. The house lights flashed. The water pump shot water from the ceiling. but the solvent spread in the linoleum, licking, eating under the kitchen door, with the voices took up in a chorus, "Fire! Fire! Fire!" The house tried to save itself. Doors sprang tightly shut, but the windows were broken by the heat, and the wind blew and sucked upon the fire. The house gave ground as the fire, in 10 billion angry sparks, moved with flaming ease from room to room, and then the stairs, while the scurrying water rats squeaked from the walls, pistoled their water, and ran for more, and the wall sprays let down showers of mechanical rain. But too late, somewhere, sighing, a pump shrugged to a stop. The quenching rain ceased. The reserve water supply, which had filled baths and dishes for many quiet days, was gone. The fire, crackling upstairs, it fed upon Picassos and Matisses in the upper halls, like delicacies baking off the oily flesh, tenderly crisping the canvas into black shavings. Now the fire lay in beds, stood in windows, changed the colour of drapes. And then the reinforcements, from attic trapdoors, blind robot faces peered down with faucet mouths, gushing green chemical. The fire backed off, as even an elephant must at the sight of a dead snake. Now there were 20 snakes whipping over the floor, killing the flyer with a clear, cold venom of green froth. But the fire was clever. It had sent flame outside the house, up through the attic, to the pumps there. An explosion. The attic brain which directed the pumps was shattered into the bronze shrapnel on the beams. The fire rushed back into every closet and felt the clothes hung there. The house shuddered, oak, bone on bone, its bared skeleton cringing from the heat, its wire, its nerves revealed, as if a surgeon had torn the skin off the red veins and capillaries quiver in the scalded air. "Help! Help! Fire! Run! Run!" Heat snapped mirrors like the first brittle winter ice, and the voices wailed, "Fire! Fire! Run! Run!" Like the tragic nursery rhyme. A dozen voices, high, low, like children, dying in a forest, alone. Alone. And the voices fading as the wires popped their sievings like hot chestnuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Voices dead. In the nursery, the jungle burned. Blue lions roared. Purple giraffes bounded off. The panthers ran in circles, changing colour. 10 million animals running before the fire vanished off towards a distant, steaming river. 10 more voices died. In the last instant under the fire avalanche, other choruses, oblivious, could be heard announcing the time, cutting the lawn by remote control mower, or setting umbrella frantically out and in the slamming and opening front door. 1,000 things happened. Like a clock shop, when each clock strikes the hour insanely before or after the other, a scene of manic confusion, yet unity, singing, screaming. A few last cleaning mice darted bravely out to carry the horrid ashes away. And one voice, with sublime disregard for the situation, read poetry aloud in the fiery study, until all the film spools burned and all the wires withered and the circuits cracked. The fire burst the house and let it slam down, puffing out skirts of spark and smoke. In the kitchen, an instant before the rain of fire and timber, the stove could be seen making breakfast at a psychopathic rate. 10 dozen eggs, 6 loaves of toast, 20 dozen bacon strips, which, eaten by fire, started the stove working again, hysterically, hissing. The crash, the attic smashing into the kitchen and parlour, the parlour into the ceiling, cellar into sub-cellar, deep freeze, armchair, film tapes, circuits, beds, and all like skeletons thrown in a cluttered mound deep under. Smoke and silence. A great quantity of smoke. Dawn showed faintly in the east. Among the ruins, one wall stood alone. Within the wall, a last voice said, over and over again and again, even as the sun rose to shine upon the heaped rubble and steam. Today is August 5th, 2026. Today is August 5th, 2026. Today is...
Tell you what, I'll begin by slurping the coffee, and that'll kind of just like, yeah.
The coffee.
How do you pronounce Wulf Gas?
Just Wulf Gas.
Yeah.
It's named after a monster from Ultraman who is a giant werewolf who turns into a gas. But I thought it'd be funnier if I spelled it like I'm a German man.
Are you a German man?
No.
Well, hang on, we're not quite there yet. Well, have you started recording?
I've been recording the whole time. I'm going to edit out everything James says and just leave awkward pauses and slurpy sounds.
Just into space. Just put him.
Is this Maxwell House?
No, it's not. We drink proper coffee, proper instant coffee in this house, in this childless house.
Because the lady loves gold blend.
Oh yeah, it's one of those
It's like
kinds of
that
parties.
airplane joke. My husband never asked for a second cup of coffee at home. Good evening and welcome. Yeah. Welcome to the Dick Cavett Show. Yeah, it's been a very hot day in Newport. It's this is the wind down hour now. I'm here with Hugo Wolf. Sorry, I'm here with. Now you have to give me the Linus the correct pronunciation.
Wulf Gas.
Wulf Gas.
You can put as much emphasis on the oo as you like. That's up to you.
Linus is a veteran musician. Hope you don't mind me.
I am very old.
That means he's
You
old.
don't mind me saying that.
He's 43.
I'm 40.
We've
something. I can't remember.
We've never met before. No, we are quite good friends, and I've seen your work a few times now, and lots of video work that you've put up of your sets, his sets. I'm trying to find the right words. What?
What?
Who? What?
Yeah, what?
When did you? I'm going to mirror this question back. When did you know you wanted to be a musician?
Since forever. Well, very pertinent to the music that I played today. My favourite band of all time is The Cure, and I remember being completely obsessed with the album Disintegration as a 9-year-old boy. And I hoped I could do something like that today, and obviously I failed terribly.
Now, when you say you failed terribly, are we just talking about technological issues, or are we talking more just about? Well, elaborate on that. Elaborate on that.
I just meant in terms of the silly bollocks that I played today. I play other things
It's an interesting. You come on stage, you come into the space with multiple doohickeys. I'm a technician. Multiple of these little knobs and things, and yeah, it's even just the imagery of that is so interesting to look at.
Well, my original idea was where I also play in a grindcore band, Tomsk. And I used to do noise with a lot of the same equipment in that band for a bit, but I think it really just pissed off the other members, so I kind of stopped. But my second favourite band after The Cure is the Japanese grindcore band Gorbjorn Necropsy, and so I just wanted to do because they play grindcore with harsh noise and
Yeah.
So the idea for this band is, what if you took away, as it says in my profile, is it's noise grind without the grind. Take away the grindcore from the noise grind, and you just have noise and a guy grunting and being a fucking bellend on the top. But also at the same time, my favorite noise artist of all time is Masona, who just plays until he breaks all of his stuff or himself, which is generally around the 3 or 4 minute mark, which is like why I only play for 3 minutes.
We've spoken in the past about brevity. I'm aware that these sets could only really be done for a couple of minutes. And you said earlier about the longest set you've done, which was not much more than...
Yeah, the longest set I've done was last night, supporting Kiyasu in Bristol, and it was 3 minutes 20 seconds. I think my shortest set was my first back 10 years ago, and it was 45 seconds, maybe 34. I can't remember. One of them.
How long do you think you could draw it out for? A set?
Well, it could be as long as you want, but it won't be as long as I want. I want it to be 3 minutes long.
And not much more. You've performed twice in 2 days, 2 different cities. I'm just wondering the dynamic between those spaces. Today in Newport is the first time I've seen the Shonk. Fascinating space. I think I've fallen in love with it, a big fan. And yesterday you were at the Exchange in Bristol, and you told me that the Exchange has increased its, has renovated its space to be larger.
Yeah.
So I'm just interested in the, I suppose, the diameters. What's been the difference between them? What surprised you the most?
Exchange is, they've expanded the basement to be 100 instead of 50, and it's more like a real venue. Sorry, Jake, but like.
Can I just stop?
But
my mic is. I left my mic on my jacket.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I just go with
sorry,
it.
Sorry, sorry.
Yeah.
It's all going to get cut.
But it's all going in the bin.
Well, I need the puppet bit to be in it. That's all right. So if you could send me that at least. But this is good. This is good.
Well, I don't know. Like I was saying to you earlier, I've played in a lot of venues around the country and in Europe that are smaller and nowhere near as nice as the Shonk HQ. So it was a lovely place to play, and I appreciated the carpets. But I still somehow managed to smash my power supply into bits when I threw it on the floor. So yeah.
Is it salvageable?
I think it just needs some tape, or I'm probably going to get a rechargeable one so I don't have a big white cable dangling between my legs anymore anyway, so yeah.
Deep Palm had a rechargeable one.
Yeah, I hear they're the way forward. God, we had so much problems in our practice room with spicy electricity.
Oh.
I bought this fucking 200 quid isolated 1 into 10 fucking power supply for thinking with sound, and it still was giving me fucking jip. It fucking cooked it, and I had to send it back, and that's another thing. You can cut that out.
I'm going to leave that bit in.
Pray tell about the balaclava. Where did that idea come about?
I bought it in 2004 off eBay. I was just trying to find the most awful looking balaclava I could. And I kind of just wear it as protection from my face, because at some point I will shove my head into the pedal board, and I'd rather not cut my face if I can help it, and the balaclava will offset some of that. So there you go.
What's the worst injury you've had during one of your gigs?
Oh, I don't think anything's been too bad. Just mystery bruises in the legs generally. I mean, I played in Exchange last year and climbed up the speaker stacks and jumped through my pedal board when it was on a table, and miraculously I cut my shins, and that was it. Nothing too bad really. The worst injury I've had was just walking my dog, and I stepped in a hole in the park and fell on my face and split my head open.
That was your that was your Mr. C Twin Peaks moment in the mirror.
It
So
was,
you showed the image. almost, dare I say, even Harry Potter-esque, the damage.
I could have done with some woodsman to sort me out.
You've also performed internationally?
Yes, not as Wulf Gas, but as Tomsk many times.
What have you learned most about being a musician?
It's fun, and well, the main thing is just getting out there and just meeting people and having fun and going places you never would have gone before, and
It's lovely to see, even just people today, fans of yours who are almost sort of besotted with you. It's quite touching. And
there was like 2 of them. Maybe.
Yeah, it's nice, and the vibe is, they're so sweet and so supportive, and the vibe is just right.
But yeah, like we met Kiyasu like through Tomsk, like my main grindcore band, back in 2018, and then we've been friends ever since, and I've put him on 4 times. I imagine I'll be putting him on a 5th time next year, and it's nice. Like, it's cool having like a network of cool friends in different places that you can do stuff with. Like maybe it's putting on shows. Maybe you can just go out and see them and hang out. It's fine.
Jake, do you have any questions?
I suppose you don't go to Halfords very much, do you?
I don't drive. I don't even ride a bike, so no.
Good man. Yeah, good man.
I could do with some new screws to fix the bottom of my pedal board because I broke the legs off yesterday. So yeah, do they sell them?
I got a screw fix. I would, or B&Q maybe.
We got a screw fix around the corner. Yeah.
Something like that.
Does Bristol have repair cafes as well? I'm just curious. I was supposed to go to one yesterday and it was
not
cancelled.
that I know of.
Yeah,
but they probably do because it's not really a thing I've really looked into.
I'd love to see you turn up with all that. Oh, can you fix this? It's like, what's all this?
There's one here. They fixed my mate's Hoover. Took his vintage Hoover in.
I do have a Hoover. I've got a fucking Dyson that needs fixing.
Yeah.
Take it to them if there's one here.
A pet Dyson, like specifically bought to, suck up cat and or dog hair, and it's just crapped out on me, much like James Dyson himself fucking off to Europe after fucking getting people to fucking vote for Brexit.
I use Henry.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
Henry's are fine. You don't need any of that bullshit.
Well, I'd like to wrap up. We have Rooney is here today. This is a new project of mine, something I've been working on. Rooney had the last statement, really the last remark, and I'm just gonna. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Rooney would like to thank you for coming along. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Rooney. Thank you, James. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, the Shonk.
Yes.
And thank you to the YouTubes.
All the tanks.
If this makes it in the final cut, then big ups. Everyone make noise, drink booze, and have a good time.
Yay.
Sounds good. Rooney agrees with that.
And go to Halfords if you want.
Rebecca, please. Cool. That was all right. That was.
Yeah.